Castle stands majestically above the city, and you can see it from almost every part. This morning, I want to find out what lies behind its walls.
What do we behold here? A fascinating mix of palaces, churches, viewing towers, art galleries, a monastery, a museum and a theatre. This unique blend of structures has evolved through several phases of reconstruction and fortification through the ages beginning from the 9th century. Only the best architects are commissioned to design and renovate. M. Picasso directed the final alterations under Empress Maria Theresa, and J. Planick renovated and directed the beautification of the gardens and interiors after World War I. I felt like a child again as I waited to watch the changing of the guards that takes place every hour here, and I was thrilled to catch the noon ceremony with its fanfare and banner exchange. Once the seat of the Czech kings, Prague Castle is today the seat of the President of the Czech Republic, a historical and political center for both city and state. Statues of historic figures throng the place. This spa region needs not much introduction. The Karlovy-Vary region sets itself apart from the rest of the Czech Republic because of its underground network of hot and cold mineral springs, which have made Karlovy-Vary one of the largest spa treatment centers in Europe. These mineral springs of various temperatures have medical properties which can help people who suffer from digestive tract, metabolic and certain arthritic disorders, to name but a few. About 100 springs rise naturally from underground, but only 12 are used in the treatment of health problems.
Oh, this is a spring water.
Yeah, this is spring water. It is springing from the depth of 2,000 meters. It is a hot spring, 72 degrees, and you will see it contains a lot of minerals because the stones, everything is covered.
Oh, okay.
It is very easy to get some very popular souvenirs from Karlovy-Vary. You can put into the water any kind of object, the rose, box, any one you want. You leave it for 2 months, 3 months, it depends how is the big. And you
It become like this.
Yeah, like that. It's a stone.
Oh.
The water evaporated.
Oh, yeah, you can have
and
it.
it's just like the stone.
Let's move on to Petrin Hill. The observation tower sits 60 meters tall on a hill surrounded by a landscaped garden with a glorious mix of colors. You can just sit here and relax or get on that 299-step climb up the 60-meter tall tower to reach the viewing platform. The view overlooking the whole of Prague from up here simply takes your breath away. You'll never regret the climb.
A tour of Prague will be a waste without a visit to the National Theatre, which is deemed as the national monument of Czech history and arts.
The most important features of the nation is the Czech language and their musical and dramatic arts. Throughout all the wars and political turbulence, these have held them together. In fact, the theatre was built with collections of money from the masses. There is no better way to experience this rich artistic tradition than an evening of operatic performance, ballet or drama at the theatre. Though the music is principally classical, modern music is also imbued in the ensembles. But in order to get the good seats, one has to book much in advance. If you're a first-timer, it is best to go in early to settle down. Other than that, you are also able to watch the musicians preparing for the show.
Ever wonder how those Czech crystal and glass products are made? Follow me to explore and experience at the glass factory. After a 2-hour drive from Prague, now we arrive at the beautiful region Karlovy-Vary to visit a factory.
Most people like to collect glasses or crystals, but how many of you all know about the process of glass making? In this episode, we are going to look deep into the process of glass making. Fortunately, we had an exclusive invitation and were guided by the manager during our visit to the factory.
Yeah, that's the exhibition of the Moser Glass products from the 20th century. These are the most sold drinking sets in the history of our glassworks. These reasons are so logical, in every production.
Glass making and glass blowing are an intricate art of high precision. All products are made by hand in different shapes and Moser's signature colors.
When they take the substance from the hole, it has a temperature about 1300 degrees.
Wow.
So it's very, very warm, and from this reason it's also warm in the place here. In the summer time, is the temperature at the glassworks is about 50 degrees. So it's very hard for the glass makers to work about 6 or 7 hours.
Once the glass has been blown into a certain shape, it will be sent to this process room, where the workers are divided into various departments according to their specialized skills and tasks. I was taken through every step and given a chance to try my hands at the carving and blowing process. Looks smooth and easy, doesn't it? I gave it a try.
Kontrolujte, usmívejte se a všechno bude v pořádku.
Well, it is not. I actually broke a few glasses while trying out part of the process. What we've seen earlier are just the basic process. There's a much more advanced process which needs special artists to engrave and designs, and some of the exclusive designs can take months and months to finish. I was offered to give it a try, but obviously this piece of art is something else. I was brought to a final touch glass room to experience the final touches. Want to see how beautiful the final product is? But for sure, it was not done by me. Every product will undergo the process of label molding before it is sent for packing. This glass-making experience has been the most wonderful part of the tour.
After all the walking and the hot day, I was famished. I miss home-cooked food after weeks of traveling. Well, it is not difficult to find Asian food here. I just found one nearby my hotel, so I'm going to give it a try.
Although we were in Europe, the Chinese restaurant made me feel like I was in China, simply because the interior, art pieces, pictures and lightings were full of traditional designs. This is how they enhanced the ambience of the restaurant. The restaurant was, however, full of foreign customers. I was the only Chinese in this restaurant. Going through the menu, we find the prices to be quite reasonable at the local currency, but of course, after converting them, it is much cheaper at home. The staffs here are mostly from China. We couldn't wait to taste the food. The aroma was just alluring. Very traditional Chinese food, and the soup was absolutely delicious, especially in the cold weather.
After crossing the border from Prague, we are now in Poland at the most famous spa town.
We are heading for Cordova, the famous spa town located at the Polish-Czech border. I heard that the water here is able to cure heart and circulation diseases. Well, I think it's best to hear it from the horse's mouth. From here to Cordova is approximately 2 hours' drive. Excitement mounted as we got down at the checkpoint in Cordova, but it soon fizzled as we had to go through tedious clearance procedures. It was altogether a cordial affair, mainly hampered by our language barrier. So it would be wise to have someone who can speak Polish language in your travel group. Clearance took almost 2 hours. While waiting, we took away pamphlets to check on places and stuff. What a refreshing feeling driving into the town. Weather was cool, air fresh and clean, and the environment serene. The Bad Cordova is a town situated in the foothills of Stolowy Mountains in the southwestern part of Poland, in the Lower Silesia Voivodeship, about 400 meters above the sea level. It has a population of about 11,000 people. The first thing we did was check into a hotel, which was 10 minutes from the spa town, our next destination. The weather here is much colder than in Prague, although it is quite sunny.
After crossing the border from Prague, we are now at the famous spa town, the Bar Cordova.
Cordova is a historic spa town. Its first spa facilities were set up in 1636. These are frequented by the locals as well as visitors from all over the world. The waters are specially renowned for curing diseases of heart and the circulatory system, periferous vessels, endocrinal, blood, digestive system disorders in children and obesity.
The system, you can drink the water, it's special. And the next you can make a gas bath. also. Not for mass. We had also, but not in this spa, but gas bath.
The extraordinarily therapeutic effects of the springs result from the high concentration of 32 to 35 liberated minerals, namely trace elements and carbon dioxide.
It's a ladies' spa room.
Yes, ladies and for gentlemen also, but not together, of course.
Okay.
Yes, a gas bath.
Right,
Yes.
okay.
I show you. Yes, you must sit down here. For example, now it is operate now.
No need to take off this? No?
Wendy do the same.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Take it. Yes.
Take
and
it.
the lady help us
Okay.
do that. And quietly, in silence, try to feel that the gas is under your feet, and through the whole body makes your body healthy and health and so on. So on.
Is it normally you can put on your clothes for this spa?
Yes, normally in clothes, but with no shoes.
With no shoe. Okay.
Many famous people have visited Cordova. Treatment facilities include sanatoriums and spa hospitals. Scholarly writings on the healing traits of these waters have appeared since the 17th century. This is a carbon dioxide dry gas bath. Very convenient. You can go in as you are taking off only your shoes. After the spa, my body feels so much lighter. Before it started getting dark, we took a stroll to see some of the activities. Besides the beautiful garden, they have giant chairs in the park. It seems like people really enjoy the games and weather here. And for those who like indoor activities, there's a nice hall where you can enjoy the concert. With the beautiful music, it is a great place to unwind and have a lovely evening. I'll turn in early and get enough sleep to prepare myself for my exploration tomorrow, which may include a mountain climb. Many more interesting things are in store, so be sure to join us again next week. Question 1. How tall is the Petrin Hill Tower? A. 60 meter, B. 80 meter, C. 100 meter. Question 2. Cordova Gorge is near the border of which country? A. Poland, B. Austria, C. Czech Republic. To enter contest, key in MTS space followed by the answer and send your SMS to 32776. For example, if your answer is A, key in MTS space A and send your answer to 32776. If you wish to participate again or send another entry, key in MTS and your answer and send it to 32776. First and second winner, 5 days ground tour in Shanghai or 4 days ground tour in Guilin or 5 days ground tour in Chengdu. Third winner, Canon printer MP258 and free 1-year subscription of Leisure Travel magazine. The correct answer for last week's episode are: Question 1. Which country produces Bohemia Crystal? C. Czech Republic. Question 2. Before 1870, the bridge was originally known as A. Stone Bridge. You stand a chance to win a grand prize of a 8-day tour in Europe, the ultimate 8-day 6-night New Europe Explorer, Prague, Bratislava, Budapest, Vienna, Salzburg, Innsbruck, Frankfurt, Hosenwanga Village. Grand prize second winner, a Canon digital camera XS200 IS.
Ow. You okay? Wow.
Bye.